Hello again, everyone. This is Autumn here with Black Spring. I just wanted to do, I'm sorry I'm having to do like a take two or a segment two. I am introducing a new project. It's a Podbean cast. It's a Podbean cast, which it's entitled The Autumn Coleman Show. The show will be, it's a more of an advocacy and an acknowledgement kind of zone for Americans, patriots, citizens, to recognize, our inalienable rights, recognize that they are God-given rights, and to to give some people don't really have. They don't realize, that there are things amongst our Constitution and are against the contract between the employees, our U.S. Senate, our representatives, our executive branch, the bureaucrats. It covers that document protects us all, protects our liberties. It's a priority of the natural rights, liberties over government granted rights. I mean, even, it's amazing that most people don't realize that even the civil rights were granted under, those are government granted rights. And I believe, honestly, that our civil rights, even though they're government granted rights, I'm not saying that those rights are not important, but I will say in terms of value and what we can, and amongst the highest rights are the inalienable rights, such as human and natural rights. So there's a platform there. I'd be happy to see everyone there. And of course, I thank you for your support here. There are so many things that are happening. There's so much of a huge neo-cultural. I mean, honestly, I think I can do an actual segment on cultural Marxism. There's enough every day. There's this spectrum of racism that's being created, manufactured racism. There's victimhood. There's the victimhood reserve. There's just, the lack of responsibility. It's all of the things that weaken a society, and it creates, it's confusion. We have chaos, we have confusion. The more confusion and the more we pervert things in our society, the weaker it's becoming. And unfortunately, you have, the left actually has a way of attracting weaker demographics. Don't ask me. I'm sorry. I'm not of the intellectual ilk that can provide you with what those attractions, what makes those people, gravitate, or those demographics gravitate, other than the things that I mentioned previously. Those are some society kinds of things. There's economic segments I would be covering. There would be governmental segments, societal segments, social segments, just a little bit of everything. It's just basically, I'll end up wrapping it up with the big picture, even with all of those internal conflicts. It would be my goal to, never lose sight of the sovereignty, and to keep your eyes open, because it seems like there is a gravitational pull. There is a pull to socialize America. It is very strong. And here again, awareness and advocacy when it comes to our rights, it's very important in this time in history. There's very much, this is not the time to lose sight or remain in the darkness. I would encourage everyone to read. I would encourage everyone to engage, and know know your target as a sovereign citizen. Reach out to your representatives. I mean, make your voice heard. I mean, I know we have the American sovereignty. There's an act that we have. It's HR 193 that I'm going to be mentioning on my Podbean cast under the Autumn Coleman Show. So do everything that you can do. I mean, I can say, like, it's advocacy about community, you know, your communities, you know, in order to kind of, you know, I mean, things are just so far beyond balance. And I just want to encourage everyone to stay tuned. I'm actually really excited about this new project, and I will, of course, sometimes maybe I'll cross-reference from here, but thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you there, and I will see you here next time on Black Spring with Autumn.